Holy God! Hi guys, welcome to a new season of Game of Thrones. Today we'll be watching season 5 of episode 1. Oh sorry, episode 1 of season 5. Missed that, sorry about that. The Wars to Come. I am very excited to start off the season from the way it ended. Now that we know that Tyrion and Varys are on the run, I think they are going to Pentos. I may have just missed that in all the emotion when Jaime had rescued him from the prison. I think he may have said Pentos, but I just forgot that he was going to Pentos. So during my outro, I had no idea where he was going. But yeah, rest assured, I was crying like crazy, so I completely forgot. But now that we know that they are heading out and they can't come back, Tywin Lannister is gone. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I will miss him. I will miss his character a lot, because even though he was one of those characters where you just can't go, after what he did with Rob's wedding, and as a character wise, his main motive is the family name and whatnot. I really liked the life lessons that you could hear from Tywin, and I truly believe that he gave his life for the Lannister name. Sorry about that. And I just enjoyed the dialogue that he had, and his encounters with Lady Olenna, his encounter with Tyrion, Cersei, as the character chemistry. Even though that he was not the person that I would say look up to, I just felt like he was someone that I would maybe take his words really carefully under consideration. And specifically, my interest towards his character started when I saw him and Arya together. When we, of course, his scenes in, when was it? Season 3 or season 2? I can't remember now. I can't remember when they had their scenes together. Season 2? Ugh. Anyway, whenever they had their encounter together, I genuinely enjoyed his battle preparations, his words of advice, however harsh it was. And yeah, I will say that I will miss his character, but I am even more thrilled to see what Cersei is going to be like with Jaime, knowing that Tyrion has escaped. Only person to have gotten that imp out of the prison cell would have been the brother that she is loving to have intercourse with. Not only did her brother escape, but her father is dead, and she's also lost her first child. I am not gonna lie, I am very interested to see Cersei's extreme revenge plot now. I'm pretty sure I think she's reached the pinnacle of how revenge goes, how angry she is, and apart from her and her babies and Jaime, I don't think she gives two shits about the world. But I am now even more excited to see how she would be acting with Jaime. Would this be something that they will continue, or would she completely lose trust in him, and will she disown him? Will she not have intercourse with him? Stuff like that. I don't know. I'm a bit interested to see where their relation stands at this point. I would like to think that she would not, because I think she just values her child a lot more, and the fact that she's completely in denial that it was not about the actual facts, but it was Tyrion who did kill Joffrey. I think that would seem as a more the biggest crime for her, more than Tywin's death, because as she says, she loves her children more than life itself and whatnot, and specifically her first child. no matter what he did and all that. But yeah, I am excited. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's something which I'm expecting to see, that she has animosity with Jamie. But I don't know how it's going to work with her pursuit to getting Tyrion, because now she's already tried to find Sansa, not possible. Now she has to find Tyrion. I'm pretty sure it will be a little hard. But who does she place her trust in? Who is now the small council? Yeah, and you know what? When Sir Davos went to the Iron Bank, it was almost like foreshadowing, saying that if Tywin Lannister is gone, who is the next in command? Like, who is the person that you put your, like, whatever, like, who would you be in contact with with regards to the Seven Kingdoms and blah blah blah. And bam, like, Tywin is dead. Like, it's almost like this is Stannis's unconscious victory. Like, I don't think he even thought of it, but it's like played to his advantage for him settling a deal with the Iron Bank. And now that they have head to the Night's Watch, I don't know. So I'm interested to see that side of things as well. And yeah, I think in terms of politics and next moves, that's my goal, to find out what people's plans are with this. And then in terms of Daenerys, we know that she's ruling in Meereen, and she has sent the second sons to along with Dario, not by choice, but through Jorah's advice, to help to make them understand that if they want to live in the old way, they will not be shown mercy. So they have a choice to choose what life they want to live. But at the same time, she has, I think, I'm not sure if she has banished him from Meereen, but I think that she does not ever want to see Jorah's face again. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen in that. So that's one thing I'm really not sure. And then in terms of Sansa and Peter Baelish, I have no bloody clue what's going on. I mean, now that Robin would be the Lord of the Vale, and, well, Baelish is basically Lord of the Vale through Robin. He can manipulate the boy easily. But I just don't know what the next plan is for Baelish. That's my only thing. Like, he's just a very hard book to read. I can't read the guy at all. But, and then we have Arya, who's heading to Braavos. Naturally, I'm pretty sure she's going to see Jaqen H'ghar, but yeah, what else is there in Braavos for her? Maybe she could find Syria for else, like, heritage and family, and she could learn more water dancing. That's a plan. And then, with the Hound, with that fight, I would like to think that he is alive, but because his bone was broken, I just don't know. I don't believe he's dead, because it was like, they didn't show him die. Like, he is, unless I see that there is no breathing, there is no pulse, or he cannot speak or anything, I will not claim him to be dead. Yeah, so I think it's like I think they just, I feel like they are trying to make me think that he's dead, but I don't believe that. Satyam. Yeah, I don't believe it. And then after that, we need to find Brienne and Pod need to find a way to get Arya, but as Pod was rightfully saying, Sansa would be in the Eyrie because that's where her aunt was, so they have to go there, get Sansa away from Baelish, and hopefully somehow they find a way that Arya's gone to Braavos, but I don't know how that would work, essentially. But yeah, anyhow, I think I've spoken for, almost close to 10 minutes, so let's not wait any further. Let's get right to the episode, the what's to come.
We shouldn't be out here alone.
Why not?
If your father
He'll never know we're gone.
But if he finds out, you don't need to be afraid of my father.
Her hairstyle is south. That looks like a Lannister dress. That's something Cersei would wear.
Listen to your friend.
The Witcher lady, the
They said that
queen.
you were terrifying. With cat's teeth and 3 eyes.
What?
You're not terrifying. You're boring. I know you're a witch. And you can see the future.
Oh, Witcher lady.
Tell me mine.
Everyone wants to know their future. Until they know their future.
This is my father's land. My land. Tell me my future, or I'll have your 2 boring eyes gouged out of your head.
Wait a second. I have a theory. Is this like Cersei? She's born to be Cersei.
3 questions you get.
Oh, lovely Judy.
You won't like the answers. You'll never wed the prince. You'll wed the king.
But I will be queen.
Oh, yes. And comes another, younger, more beautiful, to cast you down and take all you hold dear.
Will the king and I have children?
This is
The
Cersei.
king will have 20 children.
Cersei.
And you will have
Robert.
3.
That doesn't make sense.
Gold will be their crowns.
Oh, gold will be their crowns, babe.
Their shrouds.
Come on, we have to go. We have to go. Cersei!
Ah. Oh shit, yes, it's funeral time. Babe, I would suggest you just live in this place. Seems like a lot of people are dropping dead in your family.
The mourners are waiting.
They will keep waiting. I want a moment alone with him.
But, Your Grace, many of these lords and ladies have travelled day and night to be here from all 7 kingdoms.
They will wait.
Oh god. I can never get used to his goddamn ice stones. This is the 3rd spa day that I've attended. I think it's a joke now.
He never wanted you to be a king's guard. But here you are, protecting his dead body.
He built it for us. He meant it for us. They're going to try to take it away. All of it.
They?
All of them out there are enemies.
Man who murdered our father, he tore us apart. He's the enemy. I've been telling you for years. You've been defending him for
This is
years.
exactly what they want.
And now our father is dead. And that little monster is out there somewhere drawing breath. Did you set him free?
Oh.
Tyrion may be a monster, but at least he killed our father on purpose.
Oh, what?
You killed him by mistake. A stupidity. You're a man of action, aren't you? When it occurs to you to do something, you do it. Look at the consequences. Here they are.
I think this is where you make love,
He
babes.
loved you more than anyone in this world.
Well, at least he died knowing that these two are a thing. Oh, the music. It's just the violin, like a somber reflection music. The end of an era. Holy God. I booked for business class, but I got first class, babes. Thanks for this. Varys always washes his hands like that. I like
To
that.
stay in this fucking crate once we set sail.
I saved your life. If they catch you, they catch me. I cannot say I feel overly guilty about leaving you in that fucking crate.
Do you know what it's like to stuff your ship through one of those air holes?
No, I only know what it's like to pick up your ship and throw it overboard. We tried to do what was best for the realm by supporting a Targaryen restoration.
Ah, he's the one that helped
Thus
Daenerys.
began the chain of mistakes that has led us both here.
Ah.
Things have gotten worse, not better.
Much better.
My lord,
I don't think I am anymore. A lord. Are you a lord if you kill your father?
you already drank yourself across the narrow sea.
In a box. Why stop now?
Because we are talking about the future of our country.
The future is shit.
Lovely.
Just like the past.
Lovely. Help yourself to some grapes there, babes. Oh, Lord have mercy. That's what I was thinking. How exactly would wine sit well with this? What's happening? Yo! What the fuck? Woo! Look at that! Oh my god! Oh my! Holy! Oh! 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 Shit! The symbol of slavery is fallen! Oh! How exactly would it work? This is what I meant. Like, how would it work? You can get tips and give it to Miss Sunday and very well. Oh. Holy God! Oh my God!
What?
Yes, Your Grace. They left it on the body.
They've never killed before.
It's only a matter of time, Your Grace.
Oh, Daenerys!
Conquerors always meet with resistance.
I didn't conquer them, their own people did. He did not risk his life fighting for his freedom so cowards in masks could take it away. And I did not take up residence in his pyramid so I could watch the city below decline into chaos. What was the name of the man you lost?
White Rat, Your Grace.
I want him buried with honor.
Sons of the Harpy will hear that message.
Make them very angry.
Angry snakes lash out. Makes chopping off their heads that much easier. Find the men who did this and bring them to me. I have heard that more than one Unsullied has been known to visit Marine's brothels. May I ask you why?
Yeah, ask you all the way, babe.
Why would an Unsullied go to a brothel?
Oh.
I do not know.
Ollie, you become big.
Shield up.
It's too heavy.
If it wasn't heavy, it wouldn't stop a sword. Now, get it up.
Holy God. Holy God. Look at Ghost. Good boy.
Drive at me. Keep your shield up. Or
Aww.
I'll ring your head like a bell.
Shouldn't you be training too?
How many brothers can say that they've killed a White Walker and a Fen? Might be the first in history. If Sir Alice is chosen as the new Lord Commander, he hates the wildlings. All the wildlings.
Don't let them send us away.
It's not a sure thing. Sir Dennis Mallister has commanded the Shadow Tower for 20 years. Wherever you go, I go too.
You can't leave, they'll execute you.
So, how exactly do you plan on working this out there, Gilly? Oh,
King wants a word.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Jon Snow, I'd rather jump.
You're not cold, my lady.
I was literally thinking it.
The Lord's fire lives within me, Jon
Oh,
Snow.
for fuck's sake, she has an answer for everything.
Feel. Are you a virgin?
Of course, you have to ask.
No.
Good.
You know who rules at
I
Winterfell
just
now?
don't like his smugness.
Who's spoken?
The traitor who plunged a dagger in Robb Stark's heart. Don't you want to avenge him?
I want a great many things, Your Grace.
Look at the balls on this
I'm
guy.
sworn brother of
Don't
the
you want to
Bastards.
avenge Robb Stark? Shut up, Minnie.
I'm talking to you.
She's the one who put the freaking Robb Stark's name in the fire.
They're good men.
And he
Ass.
He was seen taking the body of a wildling girl north of the wall.
They were born on the wrong side of the wall.
I shall take back the north from the thieves who stole it. Tywin Lannister is dead, he can't protect them now.
Oh wow.
I shall
really
mount
fast.
Roose Bolton's head on a spike. But if I'm to take Winterfell, I need more men. I'm talking about the wildling.
You want the wildlings to march in your army?
They swear to follow me, I'll pardon them. We'll take Winterfell. Once the north is won, I'll declare them citizens of the realm. I'll give them land to live on. It's a fair offer.
You admire him, don't you? I respect him.
He likes you. Convince him to bend the knee,
Grace.
or he burns.
How much time do I have?
Nightfall.
Don't cross your feet.
My sons had swords in their hands for the time they could walk. This one,
Lord Aaron will never be a great warrior.
great warrior. He swings a sword like a girl with palsy.
Some boys develop more slowly. He's still young.
He's 13. Boys go to war at 13.
He has other gifts.
Does he?
The gift of a great name.
Goodbye, Lord Weston. Thank you for all you've done for me.
I have done nothing more than my duty, my lady.
I have no doubt that on my return, Robin's skills will have improved immeasurably.
He'll be safe here.
But what is their deal? What do they want to do? Thank you for all that you've done for me. Where are they heading? That's the...
He said Sansa had a brother at Castle Black.
Ah.
A few days' ride from the King's Road. That'll take us...
Us? Well, the only reason you're here is because Jaime Lannister told me you weren't safe in the capital. I'm safe.
But I'm your squire.
Do you even know what a squire is?
An attendant to a knight?
I'm not a knight. That means you're not a squire.
Where would I go?
I don't care. I'm not your mother.
Oh, Brienne, don't be like this.
You swore to find the Stark girls.
I found Arya. She didn't want my protection.
Sansa's still not.
Will you shut your mouth? I didn't ask for your advice. All I ever wanted was to fight for a lord I believed in. The good lords are dead and the rest are monsters. You told Lord Royce you were
Oh my God!
I did.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Brienne!
heading west.
Brienne, what does this say to?
If you wanted to betray us, you already would have.
Do you trust all those knights and ladies, stable boys and serving girls,
So where are we going? To a land where you trust everyone?
to a land so far from here, even Cersei Lannister can't get her hands on you?
What does that mean?
Your father was
I don't
a
think...
force to be reckoned with. He truly was. I wouldn't presume to claim to have known him as such, but just being in his presence was enough to make it so clear just how formidable a person you were dealing with. What a force to be reckoned with.
Thank you so much for your kind words.
Wow.
Your Grace.
What so? What the
Cousin Lance.
fuck?
I hardly recognized you.
My deepest sympathies.
Apologise for my
Did
son's
Lancer
appearance.
just buff up?
All right.
Uncle Kevin?
They call themselves sparrows. It's bloody fanatics. Religion has its place, of course, at a certain point. But they never would have come to the capital when Tywin was alive.
Sure he'll grow out of it.
You can forgive me.
What could you possibly have done to warrant my forgiveness?
I led you into the darkness.
I doubt you've ever led anyone anywhere.
I tempted you into our unnatural relations. And of course, there was the king, his wine.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm a different person now.
Well, he's just admitted.
I found peace in the light of the Seven.
Dude, you're
You
dead.
can too. They watch over all of us, ready to dole out mercy or justice.
Light of the Seven.
Their world is at hand. I will pray for your father's soul.
The day Tywin Lannister's soul needs your help.
That's the Sunspear bit right there.
Don't talk about Oberyn's
And that's where the mountains are. And over here is Sunsnake? Stonespear?
Sandstone.
I think we would have a lovely time, judging by my experience.
That would be wonderful. Dawn, Highgarden, anywhere but here.
Oh, Lord.
We're late for dinner as it is.
You're very respectful.
I'm very hungry.
What is with these people and brothers, sisters just so casually in on everything? It's a little much. Please don't join them.
What's your name?
Oliver, my lady.
I'm afraid my brother is keeping the king waiting. Oliver. Perhaps you might consider being a bit more discreet?
Why? They all know about me anyway. Everybody knows everything about everyone. What's the point in trying to keep a secret in a place like this?
In any event, you shouldn't keep your intended waiting. You think I want that woman married to my brother?
If she doesn't marry me, she doesn't go to Highgarden, which means she stays in King's Landing, which means you're trapped here with Cersei Lannister as your mother by law.
Eunuch, the spider, the master of whisperers.
Imp, half man. There are faster ways to kill
Kingslayer.
yourself.
Not for a
I
coward.
forgot that.
You are many things, my friend, but not a coward.
You never told me why you set me free.
Your brother asked me to.
No, not that. You believe in
Could
him.
have said no.
Refuse the Kingslayer, a dangerous proposition.
Not as dangerous as releasing me. You're not family. You owe me nothing.
I didn't do it for you. I did it for the Seven Kingdoms.
Drunken dwarf will never be the savior of the Seven Kingdoms.
I don't believe in saviors. I believe men of talent have a part to play in the war to come.
Done with Westeros, and Westeros is done with me.
You have many admirable qualities. Self-pity is not one of them. Any fool with a bit of luck can find himself born into power.
Not well suited for work.
I think you are. You have your father's instincts for politics, and you have compassion.
Compassion, yes. I killed my lover with my bare hands. I shot my own father with a crossbow. What is it you want exactly?
I don't know, but...
Peace. A land where the powerful do not prey on the powerless.
Where the castles are made of gingerbread and the moats are filled with blackberry wine.
Perhaps we've grown so used to horror, we assume there's no other way.
That's what I thought about
If
Cersei
you
when
sat
she
on
said
the
that
Iron
they
Throne,
have
would you
to
spread
everywhere.
misery throughout the land?
I will never sit on the Iron Throne.
Whoa, never say never.
No, you won't. The Seven Kingdoms need someone stronger than Tommen, but gentler than Stannis. A monarch who can intimidate the High Lords and inspire the people. A ruler loved by millions with a powerful army and the right family name.
Good luck
Daenerys.
finding him.
Daenerys!
Who said anything about him? You have a choice, my friend. You can stay here at Illyrio's palace and drink yourself to death. Or you can ride with me to Meereen, meet Daenerys Targaryen, and decide if the world is worth fighting for.
Yes! Tyrion, head to Daenerys' place.
Road to Meereen.
Tyrion, head there. ASAP, I like it. Perfect plan.
The wise masters of Yunkai have agreed to cede power to a council of elders made up of both the freedmen and the former slaveholders. All matters of consequence will be brought to you for review.
Good.
They did ask for some concessions. Politics is the art of compromise, Your Grace.
I'm not a politician. I'm a queen.
Forgive me. You're right, of course. It's easier to rule happy subjects than angry ones.
I don't expect the wise masters to be happy.
They ask for the reopening of the fighting pits.
Fighting bits.
The fighting pits, where slaves fought slaves to the death.
In the new world that you've brought to us, free men would fight free men. The pit fighters you liberated plead for this opportunity. Opening them would show the people of Yunkai and Meereen that you respect their traditions.
I do not respect the tradition of human cockfighting.
If you could...
How many times must I say no before you understand?
I think Daenerys might want to think on
Whatever
that.
he wants from me, he's not going to get it.
You should reopen the fighting pits.
I just realized you all are naked.
What?
Yeah, Dario, thank you.
I told you that. She sold me to the slaver she fucked the night before.
Good lord,
I'm
your
sorry.
mother's...
Why? I was a bad child.
You were sold into slavery, forced to fight to the death for the amusement of the masters, and you're defending the fighting pits.
I'm only here because of those pits. I learned to fight like a Dothraki screamer, a Norvoshi priest, a Westerosi knight. 10,000 men and women screamed my name when I stepped into the pit. I made so much money for my master. He set me free when he died. I joined the Second Sons, and then I met you.
Wow, that's a story. I agree. Reopen the fighting pits. As free people.
You're the queen. Everyone's too afraid of you to speak truth. Everyone but me. You've
And
made
me.
thousands of enemies all across the world. As soon as they see weakness, they'll attack. Anyone with a chest full of gold can buy an army of Unsullied. Not the mother of Unsullied. You're the mother of dragons.
I don't want another child's bones dropped at my feet. No one's seen Drogon in weeks.
Oh, what?
For all I know, he's flown halfway across the world. I can't control them anymore.
A dragon queen with no dragons? It's not a queen.
What's her feeling right now? Is she scared, afraid that they won't recognize her?
Viserion? Rhaegal? Easy, easy, easy.
Holy God, they've become big! Oh, she can't control them. what Jorah said, they are dragons, Khaleesi. You may be a mother of dragons, but they cannot be controlled or tamed. Oh my god.
When we first met, you were my prisoner. And now, for our last meeting...
This doesn't have to be our last meeting.
No, but it will be. He wants me to bend the knee. And he wants the free folk to fight for him.
Wow, you are smart.
I'll give him this much. He's bold.
Shouldn't a king be bold?
Oh, aye.
You told me you weren't here to conquer. You told me your people had bled enough.
That's right. I don't want them bleeding for Stannis Baratheon either.
You spent your life convincing 90 clans to come together for the first time in history. A life's work uniting them. You didn't do it for power. You didn't do it for glory. You brought them together to save them because none of them has survived the winter, not if they're north of the wall. Isn't their survival more important than your pride?
Pride? Fuck my pride.
Then bend the knee and save your people.
They followed me because they respected me. Because they believed in me. The moment I kneel for a southern king, that's all gone.
And how many tens of thousands are out there right now? How many women? How many children? And you won't go out and rescue them because why? You're afraid of looking afraid.
How will they do it? Beheading? Hanging?
No, dude.
They'll burn you alive.
Fuck me.
Bad way to go. I don't want people to remember me like that, scorched and screaming. But it's better than betraying everything I believe.
And what happens to your people? You preserve your dignity and die standing.
You're a good lad.
Yeah, he makes a great speech.
Truly, you are. But if you can't understand why I won't enlist my people in a foreigner's war, there's no point explaining.
I think you're making a terrible mistake.
The freedom to make my own mistakes was all I ever wanted.
Lance Raider, you've been called the king beyond the wall. Westeros only has one king. Bend the knee, I promise you mercy.
This was my home for many years. I wish you good fortune in the wars to come.
We all must choose. Man or woman, young or old, lord or peasant, our choices are the same. We choose light, or we choose darkness. We choose good, or we choose evil. We choose the true God, or the false. There is only one true king, and his name is Stannis. Here stands your king of lies. Behold the fate of those who choose the darkness.
That is just, messed up philosophy, and there's only one true king, and this is, see the fate of following the wrong king, and oh god. It's just so shocking to see the blind faith that this guy is leading his people into. And for this reason, I really want Stannis to fail, so that he knows that the shit that he is ready to sacrifice so many people. And I truly do not like if a leader is ready to sacrifice his full entire army and whatnot, oh yeah, this is what happens in wars. Yes, it's happened. That's what happens in wars. But look at the difference between Stannis and Mance Rayder. Like, Mance united clans to save every single wildling from what is actually to come, which is the White Walkers and the Winter. Whereas this guy, he calls himself the one true king of this thing, but he's not on the Iron Throne. He's not at all at the Iron Throne. He just like so boldly calls himself. So if you're not in the Iron Throne and you are willing to do shit like this, don't call yourself the one true king. No. Don't, like, it makes no sense. You're contradicting yourself. You're trying to get to the Iron Throne where it says that you are the king, but yet you are outside calling yourself the king, which means you are a false person, even if he has the rightful claim to the throne. Your war is not with anything like any of these people. These people are called the free folk, and I'm pretty sure the Night's Watch even found, I hope, they would have found this extreme, like burning someone alive. And yes, I know Daenerys has done that, so I'm not justifying that he is wrong and she is in the right. Like, I don't think burning people alive is the way to go, because, and I can say that what Daenerys did at that time is, from the fact that that witch poisoned or did something with Khal Drogo, and she blamed her for his death and everything that happened. I think that's when she was truly discovering her powers and whatnot. So yes, she was burned to death, but there was an actual, say again, it looks like I'm justifying, but it's more like there was a little tiny reason. This person, I know he has been like this, he's been doing this, but the person that they choose to burn is Mance Rayder, who is a free folk. So you have no rightful claim to their army. They are free people. So like, you are burning their leader. What's to say that someone from your own army doesn't burn you and put up in the pyre? And what's to say the red woman won't even burn Stannis in the end to get there to the Iron Throne? God knows what the Lord of Light wants nowadays, because if at all Mance Rayder would have shown mercy and whatnot, I'm pretty sure this is a great sacrifice for the fire god, for the Lord of Light, sorry. So if he had bent the knee and given in, won't the Lord of Light then claim another person because the sacrifice has not been fulfilled this night or whatnot? So who would have been then taking Mance's place? Maybe someone from the Wildling army. So like, this will not end like this fire bullshit. It'll keep claiming until the fire god claims every single one, including the red woman. Which is why I think that this fire god is to one level a little shit. As Tyrion would say, why are all the gods such vicious cunts? Exactly. This is exactly why. But man, oh man, what an episode. The wars to come. So we started off with Cersei as a young girl finding out her fate of the future. Seriously, from the start, I thought it was Marcella, but because, she was very firm and a little like daring, and her hairstyle was exactly like Cersei, and the outfit that she had, everything pointed to Cersei, but I just wanted to see where exactly they were going. And then after that, when she was talking about her father's land and that's her land and she'd gouge the witch's eyes out, I was like, yeah, this is undoubtedly Cersei. But then, she starts saying about Robert the king and the 3 children, 3 golden crowns, and then the 3 what's it called, gold shrouds or something, stuff like that. But yeah, that was, and then we see the Tywin funeral with Jaime, and yeah, I think it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but I think it's the start of that mistrust between Jaime and Cersei. At least that's what I believe. Then Tyrion has reached Pentos, and then the conversation between Tyrion and Varys to follow Daenerys, someone who is, what did he say? Someone who is stronger than Tommen and gentler than Stannis. I love that. I really love the way he put it. And if they're heading to Meereen, I cannot wait to see how it would work. That thought didn't even cross my mind there are certain characters in different parts of this world that I would love to, I would love them to be meeting, and I never expected Tyrion, at least a potential storyline of Tyrion meeting Daenerys, or at least that's what I think is going to happen. But if it does, oh my god, I can't wait. I think that would be the most happiest episodes for me, because I love Daenerys, I love Tyrion, and to see this combination, I think, to me, with the way that their dialogue is just individually, is just so strong that I really want to see what it would be like with each other. So I'm very, very, very excited for this, for sure. Then we have someone called the Sons of Harpy, who killed the Unsullied, but they are associating this with the fighting pits. Now, I did not agree, can't believe I'm saying this, but I did not agree with Daenerys not wanting to open the fighting pits. And before you know it, Daario is on the same page. I think when Hizdahr Lorax is suggested, reopen the fighting pits as, free people. I understand where she's coming from, that, first of all, she took down a harpy, which is the meaning of slavery. So I think the idea of fighting is also associated with that, and she does give her reasoning, but he does mention a good point as free people, because this can be a way for people to learn how to take care of each other and fight. And of course, yes, I'm assuming this is all to the death, because there's no other way it can happen. But in a way where Daario explains how I was able to get to Daenerys because of the fighting pits, makes so much sense that I think that's where she should head. And who knows, the fighting pits, it would be a good addition to her ruling, because we see that every kingdom has some sort of sport that they enjoy to watch. In King's Landing, it was that the two horses with the sticky thing. Then in Winterfell, I'm not sure, I don't think they had anything great going. But I'm assuming everywhere, everyone has some sort of thing that they amuse to watch and whatnot. So I really like the fact that Daario was pushing about the idea to go through with the fighting. And then on another note, Drogon has not been seen in weeks. I don't like that. What does that mean? We saw... Yeah, I mean, from the previous... The last we saw Drogon was when that guy with his daughter came. That was the last, right? I mean, that's the last we've heard of him. The last we actually saw Drogon is when he burnt the goat herd. That's it. I think that's when we saw him. And now that Rhaegal and Viserion are locked up, correct me, I mean, is that because, of course, Daenerys cannot be afraid of fire? I think she was afraid of the fact that she is no longer a mother that can tame her children that she's imprisoned or can control. I think that's what she was afraid of. And plus it was so dark so we couldn't see. But still, I think that's the notion behind it. But yeah. And then going back to King's Landing, about the sparrows bit. What's happening? What are these sparrows? I think little birds are everywhere, if you get what I mean. But sparrows, where Lancel Lannister is a part of it, and he says about Robert's wine bit, Okay. I mean, we knew it was Cersei for sure, but we've never heard anyone say it. And specifically Lancel, because he was the wine boy during that boar hunt. So, yeah, wow, I think he is a goner. Because anytime anyone says anything against Cersei, she has her way of killing people. So, good luck surviving that, I guess. But, yeah, then we have that. And the conversation between Marjorie and Loris was very interesting. I understand why Loris doesn't want to marry her and why, what's her name? Marjorie wants him to, because she doesn't want to be with Cersei in King's Landing and whatnot. And she would be able to tame or control Tommen even more better. But in a sense that I'm trying to understand if they have an agenda further on to what we know. I think they should. Very interesting, very interesting. But yeah, I'm very excited. I think I'm very ready to move on to the next episode, so I'm going to cut it. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. If you haven't, please don't forget to wear a mask and stay safe for friends and family. But episode 2, here we go. Bye, guys.